All right, welcome back to another episode of Ham Radio on the Go. And in today's video, my first antenna analyzer, if I could say it correctly, the MFJ-266 review. How did it work out? Let's take a look. Coming up. Okay, welcome back to the channel, everyone. Today we have the MFJ antenna analyzer. It's the 266, not the 266B or the 266C. There are some slight variations, and there are also other branded units that are very similar to the MFJ, but they're not exactly the same. So this is the MFJ-266, but if you have the B and C, there are many similarities. We're going to take a look at it today and put it through its paces, and we're also going to test it on VHF and UHF with a Diamond NR2000A, which is a quad band mobile antenna for 2 meters, 440, and 1.2. But this unit does not go up to 1.2. So we're just going to do 2 meters and 440 with this. So let's get right to it. You have an external power supply, which we don't have. It's connected to batteries right now. It takes four AA's. You can also put an 1860 rechargeable battery. There is a case inside for that. There's a jumper inside that if you want to switch from battery to the external power supply, 12 volts, you just switch the jumper out. Quite simple. I'll show you that as well. So let's put it right through our paces. Right off the get-go, we have the on and off button, the up and down mode for the band select. Here are your bands, A through U. And then these are the way you switch the different bands with the A and the B button, and you follow the corresponding for the modes here. AHF, for example, A is down, B is up. VHF, it is both of them are down. UHF is the reverse. A is up, B is down, and it also can calculate the forward power, and we're going to do that as well. So right off the bat, you turn the power switch on. Now, if you want the backlight on quickly, you got to hit the up button. I didn't do it quick enough. Let me do it quicker again. Up. There, now you have the backlight on all the time. Let me zoom in a little bit. Get it in focus. Back it out a little bit. Okay, perfect. So now we have the backlight. So we want to go to SWR. You hit the up button again. And there we are. We're on SWR readings. Right now it's on 3.189. It's on the A band. It's telling you there are some issues with this unit. It's 1.2 to 2.7, but it is registering 3.1 megahertz. We want to get down to here, to the UHF section V and U. So we are going to go down, F, E, D, C. Actually, we went the wrong direction. All right, let's try that again. F. Okay, let's power it down. You want to open up the case. You have a couple screws, 4 screws. This particular unit only has 2. So we're going to take it apart, open it up, and I'll show you inside an MFJ-266. Stick with me. Okay, there's the inside, and that's the jumper I'm telling you about. You pull it out and you plug it right into external power. Here's your battery pack, 4 AA's. Simply just detaches, put it back in. You want to take out that jumper, simple, and you put it on the other side. Let's put it back on battery, as I don't have an external power supply for the 266 at this time. Right here is the case for the rechargeable 1860. Probably the biggest drawback for this unit is the fact that if you want to switch, you got to take the whole case apart, which not complicated. It's just a little time consuming, especially if you're out in the field. Okay, there we are. We're on the VHF band through the magic of editing. It is an end connector. You see it right there. And this antenna is an end connector. It's hard to do it on camera. Okay, both A and B are down. So now we're on VHF. We're on 110 megahertz. Let's move on up. Okay, Okay, entering was still pretty high. Let's get into right there. 1.2 already at 144.471. 1.1. That's a good match there. 2.0 as it goes up the band, 2.5 and 2.8. So there you go. This antenna is pretty good at 144.194. And it climbs back up. 1.1. Around 144.200. So this antenna would be good for sideband. Let's go to the VHF band. One thing I forgot to mention, like I said, this is an end connector, but a lot of people want to test this with PL259. Simply just get a adapter. In our particular case today, I needed not to use it. I had the end connector for the antenna, but lots of times you're going to be testing it out with PL259 coax. Taking a look at the top, it's simple, just the antenna display, and the rest of the case has nothing. But it is a solid aluminum, machined aluminum case. So it should last you years of use, properly maintained, hopefully. Unlike this one. Okay, the VHF band, A button is up, B button is down. As you can see, all it registers is SWR on the VHF, on the UHF band, sorry. So let's go to the the UHF band. And right off the bat, we're down to 2.2 on 425. Entering the 70 centimeter band, we're at 1.7, 1.1 at 437, 1.0 at 440. Right into the FM portion, and it starts to climb up. 1.7, 446, trying to get it on 446.2 is 1.8, and topping out 449 of the ham band, it's 2.0, 2.1. So it's a simple test for any antenna, and we have it directly into the unit itself. Okay, switching over to HF is when we realized that this unit had an issue. Now, if you go through the A through the E bands, is the HF portion starting on 160 meters and topping out around 10 meters. You notice that each band was not properly aligning up. For example, A band should be 1.5 into the 160 meter band, but if you noticed on the screen there, it was starting out at 3.1 megahertz in between, right before the ham portion of the 80 meter, 75 meter band. Also notice I switched the MFJ's location there for the VHF portion. I didn't realize that the screen was not appearing on the video there. It was being washed out. It was a bad angle. Luckily enough, I was talking. I've been known to talk a lot, so I was talking through the VHF and UHF measurements, so you got the idea, but unfortunately the screen wasn't properly displaying on the video. But that's the problem with this unit. It appears to be damaged, so I just wanted to show you that. Let's get back to the video. Okay, now we're going to do a power forward test. We're going to check to see the forward power, and we're going to use an ICOM T81A. And I'm going to just say we're going to do some editing, but each time I went on each band, I did ask if the frequency was clear, and we're going to see if we can get an accurate reading. Okay, let's fire up the ICOM. Okay, there we go. This application will be great for bunny hunts. Okay, we're on 446. Okay, a quick editorial on this particular MFJ-266. This was my first venture into a big boy antenna analyzer. Prior to this, I was using strictly the SWR meter that comes with radio, so this was my big first foray into having my own separate unit. But as you can see, this unit came damaged. Did not work well on HF, so I contacted the seller. Obviously, I bought this secondhand. They've been discontinued, so like I said, I contacted the seller, who did the right thing and gave me a full refund for this unit, so I'm not in possession of it anymore. So this was just quick footage I took of the MFJ-266. It was working well on VHF and UHF, and that's where I decided to do my demonstration with a particular VHF UHF antenna, the Diamond NA 2000 or 2000 NA quad tri-band 2 meter 440 and 1.2. If it works well on HF, it would work well all around. Okay, there you have it. A quick look at the MFJ-266 antenna analyzer for HF, VHF, and UHF. So an all-in-one package. There are variants out there on the market. These are all made in China, but this one is branded by MFJ. There are some slight differences, especially between the 266, the B and the C, and the other branded ones coming straight out of China. But this one is imported for MFJ. Not the best quality, but it's got its all-in-one package is its best attributes. You could use this for HF, UHF, and VHF. Usually you'll have to have two separate units, but the quality does suffer a little bit, especially with the buttons. You saw me having some difficulty toggling up and down the bands. That's a common problem, and especially also the A and the B. This one also has an issue with HF. Doesn't line up on the frequencies there allocated for those bands. If anyone has a quick fix for this, just comment below and tell me how to properly align this unit. Thanks again for watching, everyone. Check the description for the final word on today's video on the MFJ-266, and we'll catch you next time. Comment below, like, and subscribe for future videos of ham radio on the go. Thanks for watching, everyone, and 7-3.